If you are over 60, there is one sleeping position you should never adopt, as it can be gradually destroying your heart every night. For most women in their golden years, sleep is meant to be an occasion of rejuvenation and recovery. But suppose your sleeping position is silently undermining you, harming your cardiovascular health, interrupting oxygen flow, and leaving you sleepy, lightheaded, or breathless in the morning. Age can be blamed for these morning symptoms too easily, but more often the actual enemy lies in the physical posture your body assumes at night. What you opt for those all-important 7 or 8 hours isn't so much about comfort anymore, it's about survival and long-term well-being. At Senior Woman Health Plus, we're dedicated to enabling you to thrive with each decade of life. As our bodies age, they become less capable of recovering from nightly strains, the joints stiffen, the circulation becomes less effective, and the heart has to work harder to supply every muscle and organ in your body. What was considered harmless sleep position in your 40s or 50s can cause serious quiet strain on your cardiovascular system, your spine, your airways, and even your brain after age 60. But millions of older adults, women included, unwittingly fall into sleep positions night after night that quietly exacerbate heart health issues and fatigue. Consider this: you go to bed at night, relying on your body to heal and recharge, but what if the position you hold yourself in is quietly constricting your chest, restricting oxygen to vital tissues, and making your heart work that much harder, hour after hour? That's not really rest, it's ongoing strain. All the months and years go by, and the strain adds up, and you may find yourself experiencing ongoing fatigue, shortness of breath, hypertension, abnormal heartbeat, and even heart failure. Let's look at why sleeping position is so vital for women 60 and older, and what easy changes can make a big difference in your health results. With age, our bodies become less tolerant. The pliability we took for granted in our younger years starts to decline, diminishing the spine's capacity to change overnight. Breathing lungs no longer expand as easily as they used to, and veins and arteries may already be constricted by a lifetime of use and abuse. This makes our risk for circulation issues, breathing disturbances, and general heart stress greater. The sleeping position you select, whether you sleep on your side, your back, or your stomach, is more important than ever. Though no sleep position is completely free of advantage and disadvantage, the symptoms are intensified in older women. For instance, some positions can cause prominent arteries to get squished, restrict deep breathing, or exacerbate acid reflux, all of which indirectly and directly stress the cardiovascular system. Poor sleep posture every night isn't only connected with feeling tired the following day, it's also connected with increased dangers of hypertension, atrial fibrillation, and even congestive heart failure. One of the largest dangers is that the majority of individuals don't know how significantly sleep posture influences heart function directly. You may not even notice shallow breathing or low oxygen levels while you sleep, but your heart does. A very small decrease in oxygen saturation, too slight to wake you up, can cause your heart to beat harder all night long. Imagine asking your heart to run a marathon in the dark, each night, with no rest. That added pressure accelerates aging, saps your energy, and increases your risk for serious medical events down the road. This is why your sleep position isn't just about comfort after the age of 60, it's about actively managing health risks. It's about protecting your heart, your circulation, your breathing patterns, and your brain function. When you don't listen, consequences may show up in your waking life as tiredness, palpitations, or shortness of breath. But the good news is that with a mere simple change in your sleeping pattern, you can begin to reduce your risk and enhance the quality of your sleep. The one position you most want to steer clear of, sleeping flat on your back, the supine position, it feels natural, it feels comfortable, and it is ideal for some individuals with particular spinal disease. But for most elderly women, it's one of the most dangerous options when it comes to cardiovascular and respiratory function. Here's why. When you sleep on your back, gravity tugs on your body in a direction that pushes your tongue and the soft tissues in your throat backward. This causes your upper airway to become narrower and raises your risk of getting, or worsening, sleep apnea, a condition in which your breathing starts and stops repeatedly during the night. Sleep apnea can occur without snoring, particularly in older women, and therefore usually remains undiagnosed. Every dip in oxygen puts your heart into overdrive, causing surges of blood pressure and stress hormones such as adrenaline. With each repetition, these surges build up your risk for hypertension, arrhythmias like atrial fibrillation, enlarged heart, and even potentially life-threatening stroke. Add to this the inevitable consequences of aging: narrower arteries, reduced heart rate recovery, and reduced lung volume, and the effects of sleep-disordered breathing compound exponentially in older women. A number of studies have demonstrated that older adults with undiagnosed sleep apnea are at much higher risk of developing atrial fibrillation, a disorganized heart rhythm that significantly raises the risk for blood clots, stroke, and sudden death. Supine sleep is highly associated with exacerbating this condition. But there's another hazard. Lying flat also increases the chances of stomach acid sneaking up the esophagus and bringing on nocturnal acid reflux or GERD. This isn't merely annoying, it can also irritate the airways, disrupt sleep architecture, and quietly add to your heart's workload throughout the night. A vicious cycle, all facilitated while you think you're enjoying restful slumber. If you wake up tired, even after a full night's rest, have a sore throat or dry mouth in the morning, have a thumping heart, or if your partner complains of interruptions in breathing, the position in which you sleep could be the culprit. Fortunately, correcting it does not need to involve costly machinery, medication, or regular trips to the doctor. It begins with one simple adjustment: sleeping. It's worth noting that a few individuals with certain health conditions, like certain back surgeries or traumas, might need to sleep on their backs for health purposes. Check with your healthcare practitioner if you don't know for sure, but for the great majority of older women, particularly those with high blood pressure, heart disease, or snoring, the supine sleeping position may be one of the best things you can do for your heart. So if sleeping on your back is ruled out, what's the healthiest way to sleep to safeguard your heart and speed up recovery? Most experts say the answer is unequivocal. Left-side sleeping is the heart-friendliest option, particularly for women aged 60 and above. Here's why it's effective. Enhanced efficiency of the heart. Lying on your left side places your heart higher than the other organs, lowering pressure on the heart muscle and creating an easier path for gravity to aid circulation. As the aorta, the heart's primary road for oxygen-enriched blood, is a leftward curve, lying on your left side puts your heart under less stress, so it can rest more efficiently and with less strain. Improved lung inflation. Sleeping on the left side facilitates deeper and more comfortable breathing. This alleviates the likelihood of shallow breathing and apneic events, which is particularly useful if you are already experiencing nighttime dyspnea or have diagnosed sleep apnea. Reduced acid reflux. The stomach is naturally oriented to the left side. Sleeping this way keeps acid from escaping up your esophagus, lowering the risk of heartburn and promoting deeper, more restful sleep. Acid reflux at night also triggers the body's stress response, keeping your heart on alert and disturbing true rest. Improved lymphatic and brain detox. Studies show that sleeping on the left side enhances the body's lymphatic drainage, which is most important to eliminate waste and toxins from the brain and internal organs. This process is even more important as we grow older, as natural detoxification diminishes. Sleeping on your right side, on the other hand, has somewhat variable effects. On the positive side, it decreases pressure on the heart in some cases, but it can also compress the inferior vena cava, a large vein that carries used blood from the body back to the heart. Women with a history of heart issues or palpitations should be aware that this minor restriction could be harmful and even increase feelings of a racing heart. Now, don't panic. You don't need to sit in a stiff left side posture for 8 hours. The key is to begin your evening in this position and employ supportive pillows to keep yourself aligned. Experiment with a full body pillow or a pillow between your knees to support your hips and spine. If you find yourself rolling onto your back, put a rolled towel or small cushion along your spine. This is a gentle block. Some folks even sew a tennis ball into the back of their nightshirt to unconsciously dissuade rolling onto the wrong side. If you're a lifetime stomach sleeper, transition gradually by putting a wedge pillow or extra pillow on your front, replicating the comfortable sensation of stomach sleeping without the pressure on your neck and chest. Start the night on your left side, particularly in the first 2 or 3 hours of being asleep. Your body's intense recovery period. Even if you move position later, you'll have stored precious hours of heart-guarding sleep. Reinforce the habit by lying on your left side during bedtime rituals like reading or meditating. Over time, your body adapts, even if you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Seniors tend to wake up several times a night, which offers repeated opportunities to reposition intentionally. At Senior Woman Health Plus, we suggest pairing left-side sleeping with another super effective recovery routine, a supplement of slow-release top-quality protein, namely casein, 30 to 60 minutes prior to sleeping. Here's why it works. At night, your body is in a fasting state, muscle breakdown can speed up, and recovery decelerates, which is particularly concerning for older adults. Casein protein breaks down slowly, releasing key amino acids over a 6 to 8 hour period. This slow release of nutrients maintains muscle, aids cardiovascular repair, and keeps metabolic health stable throughout the night. For the heart, a muscle itself, this equates to greater resistance to nighttime stress and enhanced recovery for the day ahead. Casein supplementation and left-side sleeping are synergistic. Sleeping on your left side maximizes oxygenation, reduces stress on your heart, and the additional protein aids in maintaining your muscles, regulating your blood sugar, and repairing your tissues. You don't have to eat a meal. Add a scoop of casein to water, or unsweetened almond milk, or alternatively low-fat cottage cheese or plain Greek yogurt, seeking about 30 to 40 grams of protein, with at least 2.5 grams of leucine. Combined with resistance training, or even just walking every day, the benefits multiply, keeping you not only in top heart condition, but also strong, mobile, and metabolically resilient. How can you tell if it's working? Begin measuring the width and depth of the small positive changes. Morning mobility. You'll start waking up with less stiffness, your joints feel looser, your legs lighter, a definitive sign of decreased inflammation and retained muscle. Calmer heart rate. Waking up with a steady, non-racing heart rate means your nervous system has slept the night in rest and repair mode, not constant alarm. Fewer nighttime awakenings, improved blood sugar control, and less reflux equal deeper, more restful sleep, even if hours slept do not change. Next day energy and motivation. Reliable overnight recovery yields more fuel for the day's movement, motivation for a walk or other activities. Blood pressure and blood sugar readings. After several weeks you may see smoother numbers, with fewer spikes, demonstrating less cardiovascular stress and improved overnight feeding. If you exercise every day, you'll also experience faster recovery and gains in strength and posture. Overnight muscle retained is not lost to quiet breakdown, but goes towards solid assured movement and greater independence. These improvements won't all come overnight, yet in 2 to 4 weeks, most senior women do notice it. In 2 to 3 months, gains might even be visible in medical tests or physical evaluations. But the secret to it all? Making this routine automatic. Don't treat better sleep position or nighttime protein as new habits that might fade. Instead, see them as essential parts of the resilient, heart-healthy lifestyle you're now committed to as a woman who values independence, clarity, and strength. Anchor these actions to nightly rituals, like brushing your teeth, so they become effortless. Keep your casein powder or protein snack next to your toothbrush and savor it each night. In the beginning, use a phone reminder or sticky note, but soon consistency will become second nature. Keep in mind, this isn't about living longer, it's about living better in your 70s, 80s, and well beyond strong, stable, and in command. On the mirror, look not only at an aging face, but at a woman committing to her future with informed, evidence-based strategies. This evening, settle in on your left side, drink your healthy protein, and let your heart be at ease. You're not only getting by, you're thriving, investing in your freedom, guarding your valuable heart, and gaining strength night by night. This is recovery, science-proven and simplified, from Senior Woman Health Plus, supporting you to take back your best nights for your best years to come.